Hello and welcome back to the Felix Frame, where we frame the news you need to know.
We're your hosts, Sophie Montgomery
and Cooper Pryfogle. Today, the Felix Frame has many new updates, including a brand new setup and a brand new host. We used old Magpie newspapers to give our videos a fresh new look, and Sophie's here to join us on the Felix Frame team.
And with that, let's move on to the news.
Last Sunday was the Senior Scholar Induction Ceremony for all of the seniors that had a 3.75 GPA.
And as always, there will be sports this week, and you can find out more on the LHS website.
There have been many women throughout history that have made an impact advocating for women. But today, we're going to talk about Susan B. Anthony and Princess Diana of Wales. Susan B. Anthony is most known for advocating for women's rights, including women's suffrage. Anthony helped women gain the right to vote, and she helped bring the 13th Amendment to the Constitution, abolishing slavery.
Princess Diana of Wales fought for human rights for people everywhere. Although she was widely known for her style and was always closely associated with the fashion world by many, she dedicated her life to her children and to her charity work. She raised awareness for leprosy and HIV and AIDS. The princess really shocked the world when she shook hands with a patient who was being treated for AIDS. Sadly, she passed away in a car accident in August of 1997 at just 36 years old. Princess Diana did a lot for the world, and she had a lot to show for it.
Hey, Sophie, do you know what tomorrow is?
Yeah, tomorrow's prom. And here's Mrs. Lundy talking about what goes into planning prom.
Hello, I am Mrs. Lundy. I work in the Achieve Center. I'm also our prom coordinator for this year's prom. I am actually a event coordinator, and so it's pretty easy for me because I love managing and running and organizing events. I do weddings on the side, and so it comes pretty natural to me, I feel. First, you have to find a facility. So we are lucky to be able to utilize the State Theater. Next would be your DJ, and then also probably coming up with a little bit of a theme. The State Theater is beautiful. The ambiance to the State Theater kind of gives off its own theme, and so we kind of stick to what is available within our facility that we're utilizing. So red carpet makes sense with the State Theater, and also like Rising Stars, kind of those kind of themes kind of stick with what the facility gives off. My favorite part about planning prom is probably when we start selling tickets to see who's coming, and just I think all the kids start talking about their dresses, and like the girls showing me their dresses before prom, and just getting excited about dressing up that evening, which is something that we don't do a lot. I'm looking forward to Saturday night at the State Theater from 8 to 11 p.m. Guests will receive a $5 concession ticket to utilize that evening as a gift for attending prom. But I just look forward to having fun with all our juniors and seniors on Saturday evening.
I'm sure that most of you guys have heard about the restaurant UKnow's Pizza.
But do you know Michael, the one who made UKnow's? Here he is to tell us a little bit about what goes into running a successful business.
Hi, my name is Michael. Michael Burr. I went to Logansport High School. I graduated in 2016, went to college for a year and decided that wasn't for me, and now I own UKnow Pizza.
Was there anything that really made you want to run UKnow's? If so, what was it?
My first job was working with Gina over at Bruno's, and then I eventually migrated over to Hap, so I had some pizza experience. And my dad called me one day and said, "Hey, do you want to buy a pizza shop?" And I was like, "Yeah, I'll give it a try." And slowly over time, I just kind of fell in love with it.
What is your favorite thing about being the manager of UKnow's?
It's the kids, honestly. The kids that work with me are super great. It's really, really rewarding to watch them not only perform well here, but also grow as people too.
What kind of things do you try to do in the community?
We do a lot of different community events that everyone's a part of, like the Taste of Cass County, Squeal on the Eel. We have tried different game nights here, Mario Kart, Super Smash. We have an escape room for the community to enjoy. Just different things for add some varieties. All of the art that you see on our walls is all for sale, and it's all done by local artists here in town as well.
What have you learned since you've become in charge of a business?
The smart answer is I don't know as much as like I think I do. Like you learn something new every day, but really it's all about the people. Like what I have like with your family, for example, is like really tight knit, like close, and like being a part of the community is what really builds your business.
And that's it for this week's episode of the Felix Frame.
Come back next week to see Eli and Peyton with some awesome stories.
This has been the Felix Frame, where we frame the news you need to know.